What's up, my friends? Today we're going to take a look at the EasySMX M05 mobile gaming controller. This works for Android and iPhone 15. It can work as a Type-C wired controller, or it can work as a Bluetooth controller, but it has to be wired because it does not have batteries, so it will be powered by your device. It's pretty interesting that it can do both, though. It can be an X input device or a direct input device. So it doesn't stretch too wide. There might be a hack for it. I forget what the exact dimensions are. Does it say on the back? It doesn't, but it has 15 watt pass-through charging, responsive Dpad as it says, precise 3D joysticks. They are not Hall effect sticks, but they do have Hall effect analog triggers. Our adjustable C plug has some kind of app to customize the buttons, and you could also switch the buttons from ABXY to BAYX. We're not going to do any of that in this. We're just going to test out the buttons, the D-pad, the sticks, and all that, play a couple games, and call it a day. So we're going to plug in the iPhone 15 right here because the Android is doing the filming, and hopefully it'll just be a plug-and-play experience like it was the first time. Should light up green if I could get it in the hole, and it should just kind of start on its own. And I'm colorblind, so is that orange or green? You tell me. Is it working? All right, so Gamepad Tester, are we working? Yes, we are working. So A, B, X, Y. All right, cool. So before we go any further, let's just take a look at these buttons here. Sorry if it's a little dark. I'm not going to mess with the lights today. Let's just leave them where they are. So we have standard silicone membrane buttons here, and they don't feel bad at all. Just nice, snappy. What you would expect from a standard silicone button. You won't say they're mushy. You won't say they're clicky. They're just tactile silicone membranes, and they feel great. Nothing wrong with them at all. The L and R buttons, mouse click triggers, or mouse click bumpers, I should say. They feel great. Easy to hit. Triggers, analog, but they can also be set to be 100% digital. We're just going to leave them at analog for right now. If you wanted to set them as digital, you would hold this button down and then hold the trigger down for like 2 seconds, and that'll change it over. Just do it again to switch it back. The sticks, let's test these sticks. Let's test the circularity. First, before we do that, let me zoom in so I'm not shaking my hands while I'm trying to do this, but we're going to see if there's any cardinal snapping on the sticks. So let's just go with the right one here. Look at that. No cardinal snapping. Beautiful. Sticks feel really good, even though they're just Alp sticks. They're not Hall effect sticks. I think they tested around 3.5, 3.8. Let's just see. 3.7, 3.8. Okay, so that's not bad. I know we've seen some pretty low numbers, but that's still really good. So I give these sticks an A. That's good. So bumpers, triggers, everything feels good. It's not the most ergonomic controller on earth. As you can see, it's just like the GameSir X2S and those other GameSir controllers that came out previously. These sticks are bigger than the S2S sticks though. The sticks are nicer, I can tell you that for sure. The X2S I believe are Hall effect, but these are much better on the thumb. So D-pad. D-pad is okay. It kind of looks like that, kind of a backbone style D-pad, but if you look, it does have some false inputs. So if we're doing that Contra test, credit to Russ, you can see that it doesn't take much to hit left and right from down there at the bottom. That's not to say it doesn't throw a good fireball, or Shoryuken. It works great in Street Fighter. So basically, it's a good D-pad, but you have to know that it can be a little sensitive on those diagonals. I still play some Tetris with it, and it worked pretty good. I didn't have any accidental false or hard drops or anything like that. So anyway, let's just get out of here and test something like Street Fighter. Let's open up RetroArch on the iPhone, which is awesome. No side loading. It's just straight up downloaded from the App Store. So we're going to go into Super Nintendo, move down to Street Fighter 2, as we always do, and just play 1 or 2 rounds. There we are. All right, so I'm gonna keep the frame rate where it is right now so I don't mess anything up. I just felt a nice little vibration inside the motor here. I know the motors only work with certain games, but it seemed to like do something to indicate that it noticed this controller. I think it was RetroArch acknowledging the controller, but I noticed that when I play on an Android, the vibration feels really good when I'm playing like Mario Kart on Dolphin for GameCube. So anyway, enough talking here. Let's go down here first, map my buttons. Y, R, X, B, L, A, start. And let me bring the volume down a tiny bit. Okay, let's start. Alright, so we're just going to test this D-pad. You know, it's down here in the bottom. This isn't the ideal controller for fighting games. You know, you're kind of holding it like this with your hand sticking to the side to use this. But when you're playing like this with the sticks and the buttons, it's not bad at all. It actually feels really good. You're double sticking it. It's not that great, but you do have these back buttons and those little humps right there, so that's not too bad. I just picked something for me. I didn't want Vega. Hold on. We're gonna restart that. I can't. I don't think I've ever chose Vega. All right, so one more time, remap. Oh, it's still. Oh, they already got it. It remembered. So we're gonna be Ryu as always, just to test the fundamentals. And Zangief as always. All right, so let's start with some fireballs. I'm gonna back up. No problem. No problem. No problem. So we don't have any problem with our diagonals, as I didn't expect that there'd be a problem with hitting the diagonals. There might be a problem with accidentally hitting them in games where you don't want to hit them, like say Tetris. Like say I press to the right or the left and it hits up and makes me do a hard drop, something like that. So that's something I'd be concerned about, but I don't think there was any problems with that either. Even though it seems to give those easy right and left inputs, it's pretty tight in there. It doesn't seem like it's a problem. Ah, he's like, no, you ain't getting 3. Fool me twice. So it works left and right, as you can see. That's our D-pad test right there. So we're gonna get out of Street Fighter. And what do we want to do here? Let's go into Delta, the iPhone Emulation App that allows us to emulate all the Nintendo systems up to N64. Now we're going to try a little bit of Apotris, which is a homebrew Tetris style game. And it's my favorite version of Tetris. Alright, so I don't feel like we're having any problem with false inputs. Let's just try to get one Tetris like I usually do. My buttons are mapped backwards. That's another thing on here. You can switch these around from ABXY to BAYX, which is what I would need to do for this to be accurate for Game Boy Advance, but I'm not going to do that at the moment. Where do I want this to go? We want it to, oh man, you know what am I going to do here? I'm just going to drop that right there. Oh, that was a false drop right there. You see that? That was a problem. All right, so anyway, let's just bring this down. I wanted that Tetris, but oh, whoops, I didn't want that. Oh well, I messed up big time here. But yeah, when I press to the right, you see it. Did you see that quick drop it did? That was not intentional. Bringing this in like it matters. It kind of matters. Oh man, I'm gonna need a couple long ones. And they're giving them to me. hoping for a quick Tetris. So as you can see, it's not an ideal D-pad, but it's okay. I could be doing better, but I'm also not that good, so there's a little bit of that. But I think if I play this back and watch it, I'll see that was a clear accident. That drop was not really my fault. Maybe I can acclimate to the D-pad and that would never happen again, but ultimately I was trying to press right and that went straight down. Screwed me all up. What am I doing here? I wanted my Tetris and I got it. Quad, baby. Alright, so we're good. Which button? Alright, so that's start. Let's just get out of here. Quit. Yeah, see, this is treating A as A and B as B, and we're in a Nintendo system, so it should be backwards. But alright, let's get out of there. We're good with that. Let's just do a little quick road trip and outrun per tradition on my channel. I don't know if you guys like that or not. I'm not sure. Let me know. But I really enjoy this game, and I recommend it to anybody out there that likes to race, arcade racer style, with a little bit of drifting. Something that's not too serious, not too sim-like, but not too arcadey at the same time. It's a little bit in between. And it's also like in between modern and retro. Just kind of where I like it. Alright, so... oh wait, what am I doing here? Continue. Okay, so let's just coast to coast, no flag, man. Let's just do one straight up run. Let's just take this little car. See if I can make it to goal. So I use the triggers. I don't even use the face buttons for this. A lot of people will probably use A to accelerate, but I don't know why I like using the trigger to accelerate, or the bumper, either one. And same with drift. For my brake will be on the left side. I've learned that these areas right here are best if you can make it through without drifting. You carry the most speed through them. You gotta get used to the turns, the physics. This one I like to drift on though, because we get a nice turn up here that's fun to drift. Oh, and I messed it up. Yeah, I messed that one up. Could have messed it up worse. So we got a slipstream going. And you could play this game with the D-pad too, but I feel better with the analog stick. So actually, this controller doesn't look very ergonomic, but it's actually really comfortable in the hands. For games that don't require dual stick, I can't say it would work well for first-person shooters. It's just, I don't think it would for me at least. But, you know, it would probably get a little crampy after a while. Damn, I'm messing up. But that stick is kind of jamming into my right hand a little bit. If I was to be pressing those buttons, it would probably get a little bit annoying. But when you're pressing the buttons, your hand is out like this, and you're not thinking about it. Oh, what did I do? Uh-oh, I don't even know what oh, there we go. I never changed the view. Let's use this trigger, get a little more comfortable. See, I was using the bumper, and it doesn't give you as much of the controller to hold on to. When you're using the trigger, you get that little butt cheek in the back to grip onto. This little yellow car is a good car. It handles well. Oh, as I say that, I fishtail and lose control. Come on. See, I'm taking that turn slow by over drifting. So would I recommend this? Yeah, I think I would. I'm going to have the website linked below, because this was sent to me for purpose of review by the legit people at EasySMX. So you can get at their website, or don't tell them I told you, but you can find it on other places like AliExpress, and it might be a little bit cheaper. Good. So yeah, much love to all my subscribers and viewers out there. You guys come first. Oh.
How far are you going to take me?
This bus, I hate this bus. It's always in my way. See, he made me go in the grass. Because I'm intimidated by him. Over drifting. I'm not doing very well, but I think I'll make goal. Unless I really screw up. This is also used to be a hard turn for me right here. Turn. So we're not going to mess with any of the back buttons today. All that stuff is pretty standard. Go into the manual and it'll tell you how to program the back buttons. Basically hit the program button, the function button, the button you want, and then the back button you want it to be assigned to. You could do macros or single button recordings with it. You could do turbo, all the good stuff. It's all here. The only thing that's not here is Hall effect sticks, which is surprising these days. But, you know, they still have a 3.6 or 3.7% circularity error, average circularity error, so they're good. I mean, we're seeing sticks out there with 20% circularity error, so 30%. So, yeah, I have no problem with these sticks. Oh, I'm blaming that on the sticks. Just kidding. I'm not going to be able to pass that rival. The final turn is always hard too. Ooh. Nope. Oh, did I pass him? I don't know if I did or not. But we're good. As long as I get over 800,000, I'm happy with my run on OutRun. So what we do now is I save all my miles so I can buy the new cars. So I'm going to go in here and I'm going to save state. And we're going to exit. And you guys, we're going to call it with that right there. One last look at the EasySMX M05 or M05 telescopic mobile controller. Give you every angle I can give you with the beautiful sound of the ocean waves in the background. So that's it, my friends. It's been a while since I've seen you. Sorry about that. I will be uploading much more in the future. And I hope to see you guys again soon. Peace.